I need you guys to stop selling yourself short. I mean it. You listening right now, you need to stop selling yourself short. And how do you sell yourself short? You sell yourself short by have a selling yourself short type of mentality. The type of mentality that's always willing to say no. The type of mentality that doesn't want to keep going forward. That's how you sell yourself short. The human brain and the mind is this thing that can do so much. It can learn, it can record, it can do so many things. It is maybe the greatest body part organism we have. It can do so much, and yet you choose to do so little with it. Let me give you an example. Anytime I really like going out to bars and clubs, and I'm not trying to sit there and brag or say, oh, I had this, or I got to do this, or I went here, but just listen. I would go out, and I liked going out a lot. And I would text all my friends on Tuesday or Wednesday, be like, hey, I'm trying to go here on Friday. Oh, hey, I'm trying to go here on Saturday. Hey, I'm trying to do this. Hey, are you guys down? And when I mean 90% of the time, all I would get back is, sorry, I don't have money. Wait, what? You just never have money? Don't you work? Don't you go to a job? Don't you have money coming in? Like a source of income? Like what? You just don't ever have money? It's a mentality. When they would go to work, it was simply to put the time in, get enough money they could pay some of the bills, go out to eat once or twice, and watch Netflix. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to any of my friends. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anyone that I know that's been in that situation. That's not the point of this. But it's a mentality. I know another guy who used to work with, and it was a part-time job, and he didn't make a lot. And he really didn't want to settle for not making a lot. He knew he had about $600-700 a month that he had to work with. And instead of knowing that, hey, all my bill, this $600-700 is gonna go to all my bills, maybe going out to eat here once or going out to this place, I can do like one cool thing a month. He had a different mentality. He would go, and this is a huge thing. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what. I'm not gonna give you specifics, but he would go out and buy things, whether it was clothing items, whether it was items like the collectibles. He'd go out and buy them, and he'd buy them for cheap. But because he was the one going out there and buying them, he had a chance to resell them. And I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble. I'm not mentioning names. I'm not mentioning stores. I'm not even mentioning the products that were sold. But it was his mentality that he was going to sit there and he wasn't just going to live off his $600-700. He wasn't going to let all his money just go to bills and accept the same thing that every other person accepted. He was going to find a way to increase his income, increase his revenue, and do more with his life. Do more with his current status and situation. That's a mentality. The brain it's the things it can do. I can't even explain to you. It's so vast the amount of things it's able to do. But you gotta have the mentality. Everybody wants steps. Everybody wants step 1 through 10, make it through the day. Or steps 1 through 10, this is how I'm gonna be successful. Steps 1 through 10, this is how I'm gonna be rich. Steps 1 through 10, this is how I get a house. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. You gotta sit there and have a mentality. You have to think different than other people. Think about this. Bill Belichick won a Super Bowl. Won the whole thing. Just on top of the world as a world champ. And what's the first comment out of his mouth when they ask him, how do you feel, Bill? Well, I think we're 5 weeks behind in getting ready for next year. Think about that. 5 weeks behind. He just won a title. He is a champion. And he's saying he's 5 weeks behind? Most of you are willing to put in the bare necessity, 20, maybe 30 hours at a part-time job. And you're willing to just sit there and say, oh, well, I'm broke. He's putting all this extra hours, the extra time, the extra effort. every week during the regular season, every week during the postseason, and again during the Super Bowl. He puts in all this extra time, blood, sweat, and tears, and then he says he's 5 weeks behind? The mentality, the mindset, you gotta think differently. And trust me, you absolutely can. Anyone who says you can't, they're lying. They are lying to you. You, yes, you are a strong person. You can change your mentality. You can win. You can be successful. But you're not going to do it with the, oh, well, I don't have any money this weekend. Don't sell yourself short. Your mentality, your experiences, they can be just as vast as anybody else. You just got to change your mentality. You got to wake up and be like, yep, today's different. You got to wake up today and be like, yep, I'm going to start it.